I would like to present this work that we have done in the past is making recommendation for children, for teenagers, based on the emotional vector and also fine-tuned LLM models. The concept of learn to read and read to learn is a widely accepted concept because reading is a powerful tool that can enhance a person's academic performance. And not only that, but also it can affect, the person's social development and also personal life, the interacting with other people. And the design goal of this particular project is to enhance the performance of LLM, in terms of making recommendations on books for teenagers. And the major contribution of this particular work is to create emotion vector so that, we can capture the emotional need of teenagers and also, make recommendation accordingly. And we also know that existing LLM model can do a lot of work, but they don't take it into consideration the emotional need of teenagers when the model makes recommendations. And we also, would like to demonstrate that based on this fine-tuning idea of LLM, using our emotion vector models, it can enhance, the performance of the systems. Our work starts with, first of all, consider book description, in a book that provided by publisher. Most of you already know that book description is available for every book that published by the publisher, but you usually do not have access to the entire book because they want you to buy it. And so we first of all consider using the book descriptions to extract emotional factor that can affect the reading of the user based on their need. We first of all consider the non-stop work in these book descriptions and try to extract emotional words that captured in the descriptions based on the National Research Center Canada Emotion Intensity lexicons. And this over here are 8 different emotions commonly used in capture teenagers' emotions. Then we consider all this work included emotions and basically gather how many of these emotion work are included. Do they belong to one or the other particular category out of the 8? And then assign the corresponding values to each one of these work. And then we normalize, these values based on the length of the work that included in the descriptions. And then here come, the emotion vector of the books. And using it, to compare against the emotion vector for each particular age group. Altogether, there are 4 of them, 12 to 13, 14 to 15, 16 to 17, and also 18 to 19. They make up all the teenage groups. And when we compare the group vector with the book description vector, we can find out whether this particular book is appropriate for which particular group. And so we make recommendation based on that comparisons. And of course, some of the word in a book description, even though they are non-stop words, they may not capture, meaning, any particular emotion meaning. Those are what we call the objective work, and we eliminate them, and to have a better, accurate calculation on the emotion captured in the description. We also use Synset to determine the synonyms of work that are not included in the age emotion group, but they are closely related to some other work that are included. So based on this figure, we can show that if we use Synset and also eliminate objective work, it's so that we have a significant enhancement of the calculation of the emotion words. And LLM is widely used for a lot of purposes. But a general, LLM, just like what I said earlier, kind of, falling behind when they are used for recommended teenage books because of lack of emotional analysis of the books. And over here, we basically consider fine-tuning LLM using the emotion vector model that we have developed. And also, the objective of this work is to answer 3 different research questions. One is, how can, this particular type of model can enhance the performance of LLM and also other book recommender. And also what are the limitations imposed by our work, and also what we have learned from this particular exercise. And the data set we use for evaluation and also for constructing emotion vectors for each age group is based on the learning Goodreads dataset. It have a lot of data available to be used, and they serve as the ground truth data of our evaluation. And also we have considered using 3 commonly used LLM model for performance evaluations, and we have shown it in this table. Whenever we consider fine-tuning the model and without fine-tuning, it shows the significant differences in terms of performance. And all these data are statistically significant based on the result. And besides comparing the LLM models with or without training, with or without fine-tuning, we also consider using our model and fine-tune an LLM to perform recommendations for teenagers on books. And we use these 3 common, widely well-known that, recommender to compare the performance of ours versus the others. And it turned out that, the results are statistically significant also based on using our fine-tuned LLM model. Back to the 3 questions, I would like to quickly summarize the result that we have achieved. Question 1 is the performance of our system. It turned out that using the fine-tuned LLM based on our vector space model does outperform other LLM models, and also without fine-tuning, and also some other book recommender systems. And there are limitations on our model, mainly because teenagers, their mood change. Could be according to the living environment or the family relations. So those are the ones that, we need to consider as future work to more accurately predict what they really need. And also, the answer the third question is basically we learned that because different LLM come with different size, which is based on the number of parameters, and they can significantly affect their performance also. And in this work, we only consider textual data, and we would like to consider also the video, audio data that may be useful for making recommendation. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you.
You just took the book description. What do you think would change if you would take the whole book, the whole text?
Oh, well, usually book description, you just like snapshot of what the content of the book is. We would like to analyze the entire book, but you know that unless you buy the book, they won't give it for free. So, that's the best we can do by using just the book description.